don't know if I should have attracted into act, but
Alright. Hello. I'll keep it on this screen for now. But hello to anyone who is here. Today, I bring something that I really kind of just thought about last minute yesterday. And I was making like a script. And nothing like too much. Definitely not a video script, just some notes in Discord. I would say sizable notes though. But it's something I wanted to do, kind of talk about a character I used to play. My thoughts about it, and maybe send it to a couple of people to see what they think. Maybe my thoughts about Lucario were wrong, or maybe I was just off the mark a bit, or I was just correct on a couple of things. But I think it'd be interesting to talk about Lucario, a character I used to play, as I switched to Yoshi now, but a character I still am interested in. Good to see maybe Gachibi do things, and I know a lot of players, or I have a lot of friends that play Lucario too. And also just making a guide for people who are interested in him, because I don't see many guides about him. If you do want to see like a YouTube guide right now at this moment, I would check out NotBay, pretty sure. Let me go on YouTube and check that out. And then I'll send a link into stream. NotBay. Also, anyone, a little off topic, but if anyone saw that ReZero episode today, that was really good. Really good episode. I think NotBay. This guy is very entertaining though. If you ever watched NotBay, the Mewtwo player, here we go. Guys, want to watch a guide? Hi gang, hello Tony! Hello, hello, hello. Here's the YouTube link right there to NotBay's video if you really want to see a high quality video on Lucario. I heavily recommend it, but of course there's a lot of things that I also want to kind of dive deeper into. Hopefully I can get to those on this stream, but I think it'd be great to talk about this character, kind of flesh out maybe some closing thoughts about him, and just talk about the character. I love talking about this game, so I think it's great. I wanted to do this, help some up-and-coming Lucario players, especially Lucario players that I know, maybe talk about my thoughts. Or like, oh yeah, I thought the same thing, man, I wasn't alone on that, or maybe I should have thought about that more, and stuff like that. But one thing I do want to say is that if you ever watch my Lucario, there's a Wrath. I did fight Wrath at one point, so if you want to go check that out. I kind of do throw myself at the opponent, but hopefully this discussion will be more than that. And thank you guys to any of you who are here. Alright. I'll be just... Oh, that be my Switch. Is my Switch on? Let's see if it's off. There we go. There we go. I just had to squeeze my Switch a little more. Alright. Let's go Lucario. Because my friend usually plays Dr. Mario, I usually use him as a practice dummy, so I'll be going into it. But here's Lucario. Let me get to my notes. Some quick notes, things to start off with. Hopefully this doesn't always sound like a presentation. But let's talk about Aura real quick, as this is the main thing about Lucario, right? This is all we know him for, the combat character, the character that you deal with in neutral. You deal with him, you know, I kill him early, or I finally dealt with him, but then he gets stronger. Let's talk about Aura. Let's talk about it. Aura scales with percent and stock. For those who don't know, the higher percent you get with Lucario, the more Aura he gains. So, go here, turn this on. Also, I think you can see it in his paws as well, where Lucario will have less, his paws should flare up as the more percent he gets. Maybe. But, oh wait, that's the opponent. I'm already failing at this. I apologize. But again, aura scales with percent and stock. The more percent you get, the stronger, the more percent you do, the more knockback you do, and also scales with percent. If you have higher stocks or more stocks than your opponent, you are actually weakened. And yes, that even occurs when you take in the stock. It's not just you take, maybe you took a stock and then when you die you're weaker. No, it happens that moment. But the thing is, it's not a drastic change. His aura and either going up or down from taking a stock or gaining percent, it actually slowly builds up. Hey, oh, thank you, Tails. Doing some stuff. I need to focus. Yes, focus, Tails. I wanted to say good luck. Have a good stream. Thank you, thank you, thank you. But going on about that, there's a gradual change. It's not like it's super slow. It's not like an Arsene gauge. But please focus. Good luck with that, Tails. But thing is, it's not like with the aura scaling, it's not like super slow like an Arsene gauge type slow, but it does gradually build up or it gradually weakens when you take a stock. And again, the more stocks you have, the weaker you get. The less stocks you have, the stronger you get. And by the way, Lucario does not start at base power. It isn't just like, oh, he's base, he's weak, and then he gets stronger. No, he actually starts off each match weaker. And to reach base power, I have to go down. Lucario has to be at 65%. Same stock. I'm pretty sure if he's 2 stocks down, he starts at base power. And again, I'm focusing on competitive rules. It's not like I'm dealing with 7 stocks, 4-player matches, because that screws everything up. That screws all the stats up. But Lucario to be at base, this is his normal, this is Lucario without being affected by anything. He has to be at the same stock, so let's say 3 stocks as Dr. Mario, 3 stocks me, and I'm at 65%, I'm at base. Which is why if you ever see Lucario stats, you might see 0%, which is where he always starts off in a match, 65, which is his base power at same stock. So this is where like Lucario isn't affected, like he's at his base, like there's nothing going up or down. This is what he was built at without any multipliers affecting him. And at 190%, which is because at 190%, that is the maximum aura he can get. He can be at 999 from 0 to 65. He is nerfed on the same stock, yes. Also, you can see how, now that I've talked about it, you see how his aura and his paws are electric? It's flaring up a lot more. That's how you know he's gaining power. You can tell by just the aura that are emanating off his paws. But this is at max aura right here. He deals electric damage? No, he does not. He does not deal electric damage. But just wanted to go over aura. In simple terms, the more percent you have, the higher aura you get. The less stocks you have, the higher aura you get. So you're able to make the comeback. He's known as the comeback character. If you have more stocks than your opponent, the less aura you get. And the less percent you have, the less power and knockback you have, the less aura you have. Let's see, any notes? Oh yes, I should quickly talk about this. On Lucario's normals, and when I mean by normals, I mean non-special moves. His down tilt, his forward tilt, up air, even back air. You would think this would increase his back air range. No. Aura does not affect back air range. It doesn't affect down air range. It does nothing like that. Maybe animations are slightly more different because he has more aura, but no hitboxes are changed. So I have a question based on tier list. Where do you put each stage of Lucario relative to every character? The thing about that, it's interesting. If we were to do that, do we count him at his stock? Like, I mean at his percent. Because you can say 190 Lucario, but I'm like, is he at 190? Does he get touched by one move and die? Or are we just talking about him at that state? Because if Lucario was always at 190, he's easily the best character in the game, and I don't care if it's Steve. I mean that literally. He will be the best character. Will up be very hard to maneuver, which is something I'll go over later? Yes. It will be hard to maneuver. The thing is, though, at 0%, you're doing like, you're going that far at 0%. You are, unless you're getting Mario caped or something, like Dr. Mario and Mario only, I guess, me Sword Fighter with his down B. So only those 3 characters can turn him around. If he's getting hit by a Ganondorf F smash at 0%, he's not dying. And the thing is, he gets hit here. I'm sorry, Ganondorf is not catching that. And then you have to deal with this size side B. Look at that. That is like 1/4, 1/3 of a stage at 0%. So this would be the best character. Base Lucario would probably be around where he's at right now in C+ tier. And then 0% Lucario is the worst character in the game since he can't get any more stronger. His aura is what makes him good. And I'll be going over that. By the way, anyone here, I will upload this to YouTube, so if you don't want to stick around or it's too long, because this will be long. This will be a long stream talking in depth about Lucario. So if you're interested in him, that's why I would say to stick around, because I'm going in depth, or I'm really talking about this stuff. This isn't just like down tilt, and then I just never referenced in the video. Because down tilt is also very, very integral, in my opinion and my experiences, to Lucario's just general play. I'm invested, I want to learn the matchup. Alright, it's good to hear. I also do want to send this to a couple Lucario players, or like maybe the script that I have, script quote unquote, it's just kind of notes. But yeah, maybe I'll make something more concise and compact on YouTube, but I won't promise that, because anyone knows I was supposed to do this yesterday, but I wanted to be a little more prepared. Alright, after talking about that aura talk, that's the whole aura section gone, let's talk about Lucario's kit quickly. I want to be Sensei so bad. Tally! This is the Lucario guide I was talking about. Also, stream allows me to be a little more expressive too. In a video, I have to be serious and like, I'll explain that. Which is probably why I might do a video, so I'm not just bouncing around. But yes. But you can get the Lucario guide right here. Anyways. I'm doing a lot of explaining right now. It's for a good reason, by the way. Okay. Let's talk about his grounded tools, right? Let's start with this. I'll go at base power. Base power, I think it's just a good middle ground for Lucario. Start with jab. I think jab is underrated a bit. I do think it's a weird jab, but it's good in a couple cases. One reason is that Lucario moves pretty good with it. I'd say he moves forward by a decent bit, especially for jabs. Like, just in looking at other jabs, he moves pretty well forward. So if someone's in front of you and you want to kind of do like a... like, you want to catch them off guard and shield, or their movement. You gotta speak like Sensei Wu from Ninjago. I barely watched that as a kid. I don't know what... I know what he sounds like. I just can't do the voice. Long before time had a name. Yeah. And again, going over jab, it's actually very good for catching people off guard. Like, right here, maybe Donkey Kong is too big. Let's say Inkling. Inkling is barely, unless she gets a rapid jab, and it's gonna do 1.2% if one of them hits. Like right here, if she just holds A and tries to do a gentleman, it's not hitting. But with Lucario, it's gonna do something. How good is Aura Sphere compared to Samus Ball? I think it's up to discussion. I think overall, Samus Charge Shot is easily, maybe not easily, I think Charge Shots in this game are really good. Samus's is just insane for her. 35% is crazy. Being able to 2-frame most of the cast, or like some of the cast, like a sizable amount of the cast is good for Samus. Though I'm pretty sure Dark Samus is better for 2-framing, by the way. There's a chart out there for Samus. But I think higher strengths, especially what is rewarded in this meta, is like going all in. I think Aurasphere has a case to be the best charge shot. Is it consistent? Absolutely not, which is probably why it's right under Samus's charge shot. But it's I'll go into Aurasphere later, especially as I'm going over his kit, but Aurasphere itself it's what makes Lucario Lucario. This is why you play the character, and it's why I wanted to play the character. Anyways, continuing on. You know the ball? I do. You have to know Aurasphere to know this character. It's not like you have to be a complete master to just barely, like, to have fun with him. But it's the reason why most of the fun comes from Lucario. I think fun in trying to figure out his toolkit, which is why I want to do this guide to see how much I really figured out. It's also just great to talk about the game. But again, going over jab quickly, it allows you to go forward, knocks the opponent away, so you're able to catch people off guard. You move pretty well with it, so if I go under this, you go about like half a platform length, which is quite a lot. And the thing is, your leg does stick out, which means your hitbox is going farther, which is good. It's just really good for catching people off guard, where maybe you'll barely get like one hit of forward tilt. Instead, you're doing jab. Also change the timing of it too, so it gives you some great mix-ups. It's a 3-hitter too, it's not just 2 hits, so you can catch people off guard if they don't really know Lucario. Next up, I want to save down tilt for last. Let's go over forward tilt. I'll definitely go over forward tilt again slightly in the future, because it is a useful tool in Lucario's kit, but Lucario has this forward tilt. It is slightly disjointed with the second move. But yes, there are 2 hitboxes. It's a 2-hitter. One pops them up, kind of keeps them still, so it confirms the hit, and the second one pushes them away. That second hit is what you want to hit, and it is slightly disjointed. So if I show it right here, my paw was barely it was not touching him actually. The aura that kind of pulsed out of the paw hit him. And you notice, maybe not at 0%, I'll check 0%. Pretty sure not. You can see right there at 0%, Dr. Mario and most characters will not get sent into a tech chase. The thing is though, my forward tilt is now stale by 1. I'm still at 0 and he's only at 8%. The thing is, it's already sending him into tumble. And this is where Lucario can do pretty well. There's also something I noticed between Lucario and Yoshi, a similarity, is that they could set up tech chases pretty well. And the reason why I'm trying to show you this is that forward tilt at very early can set up into tech chases. And if you use pivot cancel, which you need a tilt stick for, you can slide with this move, and this move does kill eventually. And also it being disjointed like that, you can space it on shield, and because you're putting the paw away, you're hurtbox shifting away, so it can be a non-committal move. Maybe you get hit with like the first hit of trampoline from Game & Watch, but it's a very good move to kind of poke and like set up tech chases, because if you do this, maybe you can chase them. Usually people tech it, but if not, what I like to do, I slide. It sets up into another one, so if people are just not teching that day, or maybe they're having a bad day, you can get a couple in a row and put them off stage, which is good. And you want people in the corner. That is where Lucario thrives, and I'll talk about that later. Okay, that's enough about forward tilt. So I want to quickly go over the kit, because neutral, by the way, neutral is probably going to be like 35 minutes. Because I need to go through each stage of aura. Yes, it is that deep. And again, if you guys want to watch this after on YouTube video, go ahead, I will upload this to YouTube. But to go on the next one is up tilt. This move, in my experience, it's situational kind of, which you can still kind of use it all around. It's an up tilt that can kind of maybe get a couple follow-ups, maybe force an air dodge. Maybe it forces an air dodge like right here, and then you can get it down like dare and stuff like that, and then push people away towards the corner. But like, it's fine. At least when you're facing away, it's like, okay, it's just regular. It's kind of like an inkling up tilt where you can't really get follow-ups from it, but it'll kind of chain into itself. The thing is though, it's when you get the front half of it where his leg actually lands. And the thing is, when you do it this way, your leg just came out, but also your leg has to go to the ground, so it's taking longer to get that second up tilt. The thing is, if you do it this way, it combos. You see that? Where it says 2. If I do it the other way, 1. Oh, it did it right there. It's getting 2 right there. Maybe it doesn't do it at 0% since Lucario is so weak, but it combos. And this is very important. Hello there. I go slightly higher. Maybe I do this. You can get combos off of it by the front hitting up tilt. It sends like directly above, and it sets up like for a perfect forward air follow-up. The thing is, you're dragging them off stage with that forward air. Maybe you get like an up air finisher, and now you're able to get some edge guards and stuff. But it's very good. You do have to slightly have some aura, but you're able to get a couple of follow-ups from it. So up tilt is situational because it's dependent on the way you are facing. You can also do like nair, up tilt into a forward air combo. But yeah. Isn't like having no knockback good for combos? Yes. The thing is though, you can have such little knockback, or I would say hit stun. It's good for combos. The thing is the hit stun. Because if let's say Daniel, or if you guys see Metallic in chat, he plays Dr. Mario. If I hit him this way, he's up-being me, down-being me, maybe down-B to armor through me, maybe he gets a nair. He's definitely getting a frame 3 up-B though. Maybe he gets an up air for himself and then he goes over and grabs me and gets his combo. Thing is, I need to have enough hit stun for the forward air to come out, or like to get the counter hits. Thing is, he can probably get something, you can get like an up-B. Like, from it, if I do it that way. Maybe I can try to shield it. Like right here, it's harder for him to get an up B since he's now gained percent. And then I missed my combo, but right here, oh. Yeah. There you go, it's showing it. But that's up tilt. Now. You know what's coming? It's just the out of hit stun option. I would do it. Like I'm not even mad. It's just, it's like you hitting me with a Dr. Mario up tilt at 0%. Yes, I'm gonna let's say with Lucario, I'm gonna grab you and do an up throw hit, like an up throw combo. Yeah, thank you so much for your negative on hit up tilt. Thank you. I do a forward air. Let's say I get out of it. See, he does an up tilt. I get a forward air. Now he's off stage at 18%. Maybe I get like a cheeky, like down air. Wait for it. Meet him. And then he's dead. That's what I would do. Anyways, this move I think is severely overlooked. But it literally is what makes Lucario have any possibility in neutral for consistency. If he had his old nerfed, or his old down tilt, which was worse, it got buffed. I think this character would be severely worse and less, I would say less consistent. But down tilt it's baby. This move is baby. I love this move. The reason why, it sets up for your combos, and Lucario doesn't have too many combos, by the way. Which having this move is super important, especially at lower aura, where now where you're able to get neutral wins and get a follow-up, a confirmed follow-up after things. It's very important, and down tilt allows for that. Down tilt allows for a couple combos. I'll go over more later to like have like a section of, oh yeah, look at these combos. But down tilt can lead into dash attack. It's just really good for poking shields as he puts his foot away. It's very hard to punish. I'd have to go in frame data. I forgot the frame data. It might be -6 on shield. It could be I almost said the thing. I'm not saying the next number. Let me go in frame data. I almost said the word. The number. Up tilt, down tilt. Okay, down tilt can be -9, -7, and -5, which is pretty good. Not many out of shield options are gonna really punish that well. Maybe a Yoshi Nair, but the thing is Yoshi rises up into the air. And by the way, 6-7. Yes. The thing is though, one amazing thing about this down tilt, it also saves Lucario in the Kazuya matchup, is his hurt box shift. Look how low he gets. I don't think a Yoshi Nair, if I poked his shield right here, if I poked a Yoshi shield, he's hitting me with Nair. So spacing it, it's just really good for poking. So you're chipping at their shield, which then maybe you can jump an Aura Sphere. Maybe you can get a poke forward tilt, which sets up into putting them in the corner, or a tech chase. But it's super good. That's why you'll see me poke with it, because I get combos. I get shield damage and just poking shield, which will help Lucario's bait and punish style that I will talk about later, which is what you have to play. Lucario can't really throw himself at the opponent, as I've tried to, and I shouldn't do, but I've tried to. You're not supposed to do that as Lucario. You need to be spacing your moves and kind of like slipping in and out and using your great movement to go in and out of the opponent to make them commit or position themselves in a position that you know how to pressure. Anyways, but again, down tilt, great for comboing. It's great for poking. It combos into itself right there. It goes into dash attack. Later on, I'll talk about it more, but it goes into certain kill confirm. It's also good for 2-framing right here. Like 2-frame. It's very quick too. Is it safe versus like Zelda and Samus up out of shield? Yeah, if you space it, yes. Zelda sounds iffy, but Samus, yes. The thing is though, because Lucario himself is far away from like the end of the hitbox, is that even if you hit Lucario with one hit, he might just get popped up. Let's say if I was in hit stun, I get popped up, but I won't get hit by the second hit because I'm not where the end of my foot is. So you see where the end of my foot is? It is, the hitbox is slightly out too. It's like a little further than the foot. The thing is, when I get hit, it's gonna hit my foot for sure. The thing is though, when I get hit, let's say in hit stun, I will start from like right here. So my foot gets put back, so it's not extended, and I'll get sent like up, and I'm not gonna get hit by the second hit, which leads for a punish for me. Maybe Lucario can get the best punish with a front aerial, as I'll talk about later. But I'll be able to maybe get a quick side B, which can kill. I can get a turnaround Aura Sphere, which can set up into kill confirms. But yes, which is why another part of Lucario I really like is his hitbox shifting. And I'll talk about that at the end. My thoughts and opinions on Lucario. Okay, that's going over his grounded normals. I'll go over smash attacks now. Nothing too much about them. You have to add Aura Sphere and other moves to like really go in depth about the smash attacks. Maybe aside from forward smash. Down smash, you can actually combo it out of an Aura Sphere if I have enough percent on me and the opponent. I can get a I think I have to get like a almost not frame perfect, but you have to get like one hit and then instantly like something like that. But yeah, you can get something like that. The thing is also, people will try to air dodge out of this move. So let's say I bring up Daniel a little and then he air dodges. The thing is, he's so close to the ground still, is that he'll hit with that landing lag and still get hit by it, even if it doesn't combo. If he's just holding air dodge, which is why you'll see me kind of do this. If I get more than one hit of the charge, I'm pretty sure it's untrue. Maybe I can get two and it'll still stay true. But yeah, that's for down smash. I can combo it. Thing is, it's his fan. I think up smash is his fastest, but I'll talk about that in a little. But it's faster than forward smash. It covers both sides. I'm pretty sure the back hit is longer and the front hit is stronger. But yeah, it's just both sides, a classic down smash, disjointed. For forward smash though, beautiful move, which you'll see a lot of Lucario's kind of like pivot back. The thing is because he reels his body back. You see how he kind of like, it's kind of like Mario's where he puts his back and then he goes front. Even Dr. Mario does it. I'll even show it. Oh, my allergies are starting. See how he kind of like puts his arm back and then he charges forward? That's what Lucario does. He hurtbox shifts. Which is why you'll see me kind of dash back and do this. The forward smash is big. It's powerful, especially when my aura builds up. And it hurtbox shifts, so if someone tries to challenge me, I move out of the way. Let's say a Lucino forward air comes at me. Nope, you miss. Boom, you're dead. Or boom, you're off stage. Maybe without a double jump. That's an easy nair trade or a down air or a Aura Sphere 2-frame or just Aura Sphere, whatever I choose to do. But yeah, simple move. It's just big, powerful, hurtbox shifting forward smash. It's slow. It is slow, but it is powerful. It's for how slow it is, it's actually very good. It doesn't feel slow when you use it. It feels unsafe though, but it doesn't feel slow. And now, for what I think is the worst move on Lucario, a hate relationship, up smash. I think this move is completely dookie. And I say this, if you ever watch some of my streams with Lucario, I say don't trust up smash. And I'll trust it anyway. I've seen it drop when I needed it to hit from an Aura Sphere confirm. Its scoop hitbox is in Lucario's body. It's not a Mega Man where it's like outside of his body and brings it up. It's not on the sides of him, like outside of him to drag it up. It's in his body and then it goes up. Is the pulse hitbox strong? Yeah. Thing is though, I'm not really trusting up smash to anti-air because it doesn't last the longest, or I've never used it like that. So I'm not trusting it. I'd rather go like send people off to the side with nair, or I'm doing up air because let me check. it's not. Because up air is right there. Up air is a kill move. It's right there. I'd rather just do up air than up smash because it's less committal. So if I do this, it auto cancels, or it cancels even before I hit the ground. While I'm an up smash, please punish me is what it looks like. But yeah, I'm usually not trusting it. I have to be like hugging them. I'm even like slightly outside of it. But yeah, that's up smash is simple. You can confirm off of it with like an aura sphere, or like confirm, but it also has to be like very fast canceled, which can be stressful in the middle of tournament. Which is why I usually bank on an air dodge with down smash, or I usually like to do this, use forward tilt. It's just more consistent. But that's all the smash attacks. Now, on to the aerials. Forward air. This is actually a move that I've been learning actually more since I've really stopped playing Lucario. I think because of Quinn. If you ever seen Quinn the Lucario talking about the move, I saw a post about it. How this move, and I think even from a Tweaks Talks episode, how important it is. And I guess I never really used it like that. But it's really good for just rising and kind of like whiff punishing people. Like you kind of like go up. Maybe I can scoop people up like that. So I'm able to like kind of throw it out in neutral. I can get 2 out. So it's really good to kind of like, oh, you're gonna jump, I'm gonna air to air you, and because my forward air is quick and I can get 2 out, I just boom, rise. Thing is though, shorter characters like a crouching, even just Kirby standing up, a crouching Kirby, a crouching Jigglypuff herself, a Pichu, and I think even Pikachu, I can't really hit with a rising forward air, so that kind of, it sucks. But like a Mario, a Dr. Mario, I think crouching Dr. Mario can dodge it. Like people crouching can dodge it, but people aren't really crouching in neutral, which I can talk about. I can talk about Lucario's crawl later too. That's something I forgot to mention. But yeah, Lucario, this also forward air sets up into juggles. It's good. It is essential to his combo game. Probably tied with Nair. But yeah, able to get like some forward air chains, push people off stage from an up throw or just raw getting it. You can even like land with it. You get a carry out. Yeah, forward air just helps. It's a move to throw out, a move that combos into itself or into an up air or a combo ender. But yeah, more to go about forward air and combo section. Next, I'll do up air. I want to save Nair for last. Up air. It's a move where Lucario at frame 9 puts his leg up and it can be a kill option. I put him here, and it's also can be used in kill confirms as well. But it's a move that like if you get the beginning hitbox, it kills. That's a pretty, that consistently kills too. That's a really good move. But yeah, which is why you'll see me use this rather than up smash. Even an up smash can kill. Sets up. If someone jumps too, can kill at below 100%. It's a really good move. It can be a kill option. It also has a weak hitbox, so if I like land, I can get a combo off of it. Stuff like that. I'll also show this. There you go. But yeah, just a move, a kill option at later percents. kind of throw it out when you catch people jumping. Pretty self-explanatory. Nothing too much to go on about, aside from maybe conversions off the weak hit. But that's showed it. All right, on to back air. This move, though being a very slow kill option, it also doesn't have as much range as you think it does. But the animation, and I think this was even addressed in early patches, how his back air didn't match his hitbox. I'm pretty sure it got changed. Also, if you rise with it, you have to buffer it. It auto cancels, but if I do any amount of hesitation, maybe I try to like jump and then time it, I can't auto cancel it. But you can see he hurt box shifts. Look, he's hugging. Bro is sleeping on the floor. I'll show you this. Look. Look at this. He is pancaking. He's sleeping on the floor. What is my character doing? He is sleeping on the floor, and he woke up. The match is not over. There you go. Very good for hitbox shifting, but can be very unsafe. You would think you would like try to space this on shield and stuff. The thing is though, it can, at least in my experience, it's hard to space since the hitbox is not as big as you think it is. It's only -7, so Yoshi Nair, Mario, Dr. Mario up B, Mario up B. Trying to think of things. Maybe not Captain Falcon, but like quick out of shield options can get it. A parry, stuff like that can get it. And that's if I spaced it correctly. That's like a good spacing. That's the perfect spacing is -7. If it's anything higher than that, someone can run up and get a grab. Someone can jump up, get like maybe a Captain Falcon could try to like run up and jab or start a special out of shield, like let go and then down B or something. I don't know, but it can be pretty committal in my experience. But that's talking about its some of its drawbacks. But the thing is though, it's very good at catching people jumps. It's a smash attack in the air. That's what I could say. It's a smash attack in the air. Maybe it's not as much range as you would want it to be, but it's something that's like it's exploding people. This thing snatches stocks just like Wolf back here. Thing is, Wolf back here is just so overtuned. This is pretty balanced. But yes, the smash attack in the air, pretty self-explanatory. Alright, so go on to down air. My personal underrated move on this character. I think down air is overlooked, and it has a ton of versatility. It has a little bit of tech to it too, and I love this move. This move really helps Lucario feel unique, more unique than he is. I think it's like one of its kind move too. I really hope Lucario, if Lucario stays in the next game, I really hope this move stays. You can see right here, here's one little tech that I found, is that you can try to like platform cancel. You see that? And try and like, boom, land on platform with down air. You can try to 2-frame with down air right here. This is super spammable. It's frame 4, by the way. Down air starts on frame 4. It's a 2-hitter too. It also stops your momentum in the air. You can see right here, I'm not even like jumping up with it. I'm literally, it's like a peach float, but you stay still. And you can't float for too long. But yeah, I can stop it at any time, which is why you'll see something like this. See me kind of do this in neutral, where I'll like trying to mix up my movement. Then maybe air dodge down. Like maybe I'm trying to go here and then I'll air dodge. Like I'll mix up like where do I go. so I'm not just instantly following. And the thing is, Lucario's floaty nature, very good. Because it allows them to stick right here, and like use this, like, oh, and then like I have enough time to like really think about where I want to go. It just allows for a lot of mix-ups. And I think it's just really versatile, being able to help his advantage state by ledge trapping. Anyways, the next tech I want to talk about with down air is this. And I want this to kill me. I'll go to 35. Oh my goodness, this character is broken. But I don't know if you guys are noticing from that demonstration. I'm not stalling. When I get hit with down air, I continue my momentum. Maybe it slows it down, but I do not stop in the air. And this is what I like to call when you get hit. Call it air walking. If you ever guys seen One Piece, where Sanji does like the little air walks, or just other characters as well, I like to reference that. That's where I get it. Where he's able to kind of come down out of hit stun, and it doesn't have to be this far away, but or like super far away to do it. As he comes down, he's not stopped in the air, and all of a sudden you have a frame 4 out of hit stun option that covers below you. So it either trades, it stops the opponent, or it hits the opponent. It stops them from juggling you or whatever. It's also just really good to do. If you want to like try and slow yourself down, okay? So now you know that after that first down air, you can now stall yourself again. It's only out of hit stun that you can do the air walking. But I think it's just a cool, neat little thing that Lucario can do. I like down air here, and then now I can stall. Alright. Let's talk about Nair real quick. Nair. Look, easily Lucario's second best move. Right behind Aura Sphere. Maybe down tilt is his third best, maybe down air is his third best. I think it's gonna be debatable. Down air is like really unique. And I think it's like the secret, like, higher level Lucario option, I would say, in my opinion, to choose is down air. But, like, if you chose down tilt, I'm not getting mad at all. Because down tilt rounds out his ground game, so it allows him to have a decent air game and a good ground game. Okay. Also, any questions from anyone? I know that this is going to be a long explanation. Boo. Hello, River Dog. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Going over Nair right now. By the way, this will be uploaded to YouTube if you want to look at the earlier. I thought you quit the character. I just want to do a guide on him, talk about him. I kind of owed a guide like years ago, or yeah, maybe 2 years ago, maybe a year and a half ago. So I just wanted to do it. It also tests my knowledge on knowing a character. I played him for 2 years, so I think it'd be nice. Anyways, Nair. This discussion slash guide is definitely not concise, or I would say like it's not like 20 minutes. Definitely a longer discussion, which is why I want to call it a discussion too. But Nair, this is a combo starter. See right here, what allows into his next combo starter being down tilt. Which I love this move. This move covers all around him. It covers left and right, and it's like a whole glob of hitboxes. If I can show you. Share my screen. Here. Look at that. So this is the beginning hit. The thing is, notice he gets a multi-hit with this. 3 decent-sized hitboxes on the left and right of him. That lingers. And you think, okay, it lingers, it's all around him, it's over. Nope. 2 hitboxes all around him that linger for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, 4 frames here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, 5 for the first half for the stronger hit, and then 4 for this. So you have 9 total active frames. It's a multi-hit. It covers the left and right. It covers horizontally, so he's able to fall with that. And there's a whole bunch of little things that you can do with those 2 moves. And mastering Nair is also important for Lucario. Very, very, very important. There's actually so much to talk about too, with like Aura Sphere, Nair, Down Air. Very interesting. I just wanted to show that. Purple guy, yeah. Okay. Go back to it. But yeah, this very good. Very, very, very good. Able to go into down tilt, and then if you see from here, you're able to go into the rest of your combo starters, which being down tilt, into grab. So you have Nair, grab, Nair, down tilt, and the thing is you get Nair, down tilt, grab. So all of your combo starters, and grab being a combo starter, you get all your combo starters. You get the first one, Nair. And he has more combo starters like a falling forward air or a rising forward air or a weak hit up air and stuff like that. But like his main combo starters, his consistent ones being Nair, down tilt, and grab, he gets to go into all of them. I don't even need Nair. I can get down tilt, grab, which is amazing. The thing is, grab can also kind of set up into more grabs. So if I do something like this, it's not true, by the way. There's certain characters where this can be true or kind of half true, but if they don't press a button out of hit stun, that's 50% right there. Really good. If I do something like this. More than 50 right there. But yeah, kind of going more over into Nair. I just wanted to showcase that. But Nair is really good. You're able to like drop down and get your combo starters. You're able to fall with it. You can mix up your options by not fast falling, so you can get the second hit only. You can get the first hit only. You can try to get both of your hits, and then maybe drift away, drift in, and remember being able to understand this move and master it, and not just throw yourself at the opponent with Nair, is super important for Lucario. Very, very important to Lucario. Yeah, kind of want to talk about that. Now, I know it's already been an hour. Okay. Now with that, let's go into neutral. Now we discuss neutral. I'll talk about my notes. So I have 3 parts in neutral. There won't be, hopefully, a lot, but you do need to understand this because it's super important to understand Lucario's neutral. That you know, like maybe your mistakes, or you know how to structure it. So for beginning of the match or low aura, you need to focus on a bait and punish style with Lucario. You're gonna have to focus on bait and punish as your entire style, because Lucario is not a rushdown. He's not a brawler like Mario. He's not a brawler like I guess you would say Fox, but Fox is more rushdown. But Fox is like a melee character. He's using his hands, using his feet. you can't just like rush down the opponent with Lucario. First of all, your moves are not doesn't have that much frame data like that to fight like that, and safety on shield isn't like those characters, or being able to get in and out is like that. Though Lucario's stats being very good, being able to be floaty, because he's floaty, he's able to stick in an area for a while, but he also gets the fast fall very fast, so he's not like Sora, where he's stuck in the air. Lucario's not stuck. Lucario's nowhere near stuck in the air. If you're stuck in the air, you're probably off here, and that's because you got set into disadvantage. You're supposed to be stuck there. But Lucario does not struggle to get down. He gets I'm pretty sure, he has the same fast fall speed as Cloud, but he gets to be floaty. So he's able to like go up here and use his long lingering moves like Nair to linger in an area and cover it, which is really good. He also has one of the fastest initial dashes in the game. I'm pretty sure right behind Mithril. I could be wrong though. So it's very fast, so Lucario does not struggle in the ground or air speed department. He does not struggle going up and down. Especially, he goes pretty decently far up. Not Falco far or Greninja far, but definitely far enough to be like, you can go here but then go right back to the ground. Sorry for any noise in the background. Okay. Okay, I had a brain fart there, but yeah. Yeah, you have to focus on bait and punish. What's bait and punish? Shouldn't all characters do that? Yes. The thing is though, Lucario needs to constantly going in and out of someone's range to try and condition responses to whiff punish them. And the thing is, with low aura, you might be able to condition or get these hits, but you're doing 7%, 4%. You're doing like, you're not doing that much. You're doing 8%. Maybe you'll get a good 10% from stray hits. Combos, he can do like from 0 to 30, juke him out, yes. That doesn't mean you can't go like drift in towards them at any time. You just have to be careful. Nair does allow that. And by the way, Nair's safety on shield is crazy. Nair can be as bad as negative it's either 2 or 3. As bad as -2. And as good as 0 on shield. And what that means, if you're 0 on shield, that means no player has frame advantage. So you can literally nair someone's shield, and it's like it's like you're able to freely go in front of them without getting punished. The thing is though, now you have to think about what their option is after that. Nair is extremely safe on shield. It allows for cross-ups, which is very important in neutral, is crossing up, using your movement. And you have to use that for bait and punish. You have to use your excellent movement like I discussed. Like you're being able to not be stuck in the air, but use that floaty air movement to mix up timings. Use, as I'll discuss later, your aura sphere movement. Aura sphere movement is necessary to be like a high level Lucario. You don't have to do as many as me, but you definitely have to learn it. But you have to be baiting them. You have to be putting some sort of presence in front of them to get them to come at you or to commit to an option, but you have to move out of the way or position yourself to hit them. And the thing is, that's where you need to learn in matchups, because it's not going to look the same for every character. Is that hard to do? Yes, that's ultimate. You can't learn every matchup. And I'll be honest, it's very hard to learn every matchup. You can't. 80 plus characters you have to learn. You have to know their threat bubble. You have to know what they throw out. You have to know what they mix up. That's insane to ask from a competitor. It's insane. You have to have some grace with yourself. I need to say that to myself too. I can't know every single one. I'll be honest. I was complaining about Bayo last night. I can't know them all, but that doesn't give me an excuse to not learn. But I can't be so mad at myself. Oh man, I didn't know Bayo, which is like number 63rd out of 80 plus characters. Oh, boo-hoo. Like, there's so many to learn. Anyways, little tangent over. But yeah, some of the most common tools in neutral are down tilt, like I discussed with combo starting and poking. Nair, which helps with combos, safety on shield, crossing up, so shield pressure. Forward air, which is good for rising to get early percent combos when you're at earlier percents. It also is able to go to air, so maybe you trade or you catch someone's slower aerial as you rise with it. So if I go here. So yeah, you're just like trying to like just throw a hitbox out. It's very good in neutral to kind of just throw this hitbox out. You get 2 of them too before you fall to the ground. And it's really not that much end lag too. So you can like throw it out and then like fast fall, down tilt. Just in case they start running at you after that first or second forward air. And then grab. Grab is just to punish shields and start early percent combos, as I'll go over later. And the most common, or I would say the most important tool, not the most common, these are I talked about a couple, is Aura Sphere. Aura Sphere is going to make up all of your gameplay aside from in disadvantage. And I say over here, the most important move, not only in neutral, is Aura Sphere. More about it later on. I guess in my notes, I do say Lucario is going to want to use his great air and dash speed to bait the opponent into committing to options and punishing those options. One struggle, though, that I faced in neutral, and this is something that I want, is actually the reason why I wanted to create this guide in the first place. I can talk about all his kits and look at this, look at that. I know I didn't go over his special attacks, but I'll go over them later. It's for a reason. Oh my goodness, brain fart. The reason why I wanted to make this guide was I think I heard about this from one Lucario player, but it's also something I experienced, and I think I've heard it from a couple actually. Is that Lucario struggles to make people approach him. And why is this hard? The reason why is when you're doing this, you're 0%, you're charging aura, it's hard to get them to come to you because they can just sit over here and shield. The thing is, this Aura Sphere is not doing too much shield pressure. It's not pressuring a combo. It's not pressuring, a combo. It's not pressuring death. It's not pressuring so much stage advantage that they are not playing the game or they get instantly sent off stage. No. Even if they get hit by it, that didn't even send them off stage. That did 12%. And the thing is, oh, you hit it. Great. It's not like it's bad to hit it. First, you don't have aura. So even if you do take stage advantage, what? You get 12% from a forward air chain, and that's being generous if you even get that forward air chain. What? You got a forward tilt? Good 8%, man. Let's say you don't get an edge guard. They're still at 35%. They're not getting taken to 50. They're not having to deal with like a DK grab type situation. They're not dealing like with any of that. They're not dealing with, oh, death. Oh no, I got hit with the Aura Sphere and a straight hit. They're still at 35%. You're not going to do so much damage, so they're not feeling pressured. They don't feel their stock is in jeopardy. Are there ways to still take their stock and surprise them? Yes. Like a down air edge guard or a gimp. Woe is me? Yeah. But yeah. It's the hardest thing that, and it's part of the reason why I actually stopped playing Lucario was because of this. I mean, you can't force them. So the thing is now is like if you can't force them, what do? You have a couple options, and this is me. I'm talking about my experience. This guide is from my experience. This is not infallible. I can be wrong. I can leave out a lot of things. I don't want this guide being 5 hours long. That's too much. Too much of me rambling and saying and Because oh yeah, I forgot. Because there's little things that you can do with this character to help situations you go into, which is why if I were to make a guide on YouTube at this moment and I had to complete it by the morning, I'd probably have to make 2 more videos after it because of oh man yeah. So a lot of it will have to come down to talking to others. You can camp, lol. Yes. I'll go back to those 2 decisions. 2 decisions. Run at them and engage at them. Or there's a couple. Continue your bait and punish. The thing is, though, you are putting yourself at danger still by going into their threat range. And the thing is, when you keep on doing the same thing over and over, people adapt to it. Or even if they don't adapt, if you keep doing the same thing over and over and nothing's happening, you're eventually going to get hit. It's not like you're going to die at 0 unless you get hit by a hero thwack, which for some reason happens to me a lot. That's sarcasm. But that's an exception. But if you keep doing the same thing over and over, you're going to get hit eventually. And it's going to, if you can't find that opening and you keep doing the same thing over and over, it's just going to snowball. Then, so staying the same, trying to bait them, the next thing you can do is engage them. Be a little more aggressive. The thing is, though, Lucario, though having a great shield pressure option or to engage shield being nair and down tilt pokes, that can only go so far. Especially, let's say you're dealing with disjoints or burst options. So let's say you're dealing with DK. You have intangible tilts to deal with. You have a grab to deal with that can really snowball the match very quickly. You have to deal with dash attacks like Terry, like burst options, a DK dash attack. Let's say you have to deal with clouds, you have to deal with uppies, you have to deal with back air, down tilt. There's a lot of burst options and disjoints really can affect you trying to engage them, which it's going to be weird. It's either nobody wins the interaction or you're really putting yourself in a lot of risk and you're going to get hit eventually. And you're not always going to win the interaction. And the thing is it's risk reward. It's not in your favor usually in interacting with them. Usually. So engaging with them can be very risky. And the thing is, even when you engage with them in neutral, when you're trying to find that one hit or neutral gets reset. Let's say you're at low aura, 13% from 3 hits. You're not getting much out of your hits. This is with low aura, by the way. I'm discussing this with low aura being 0 to 50%, let's say. I'm looking over in my notes. Yes. And then, it's like running from the cops in GTA, yes. Yeah, you can fight them, but is it worth it? There's just an infinite amount of cops that's going to come after you. I don't know if it ever ends, by the way. I don't know if there is. I haven't been able to defeat the cops in GTA 5. But, yeah. Or, you camp. No interaction, no engagement. Nothing happens. So, you're hit with those options. Number 1 is bait and punish. They can eventually adapt to it. You have to escape via tram tunnels? Okay. So no interaction. Don't interact with them. You can't engage them, or they keep coming at it. I have like 600 hours in that game? Okay. So you have to run away, you have to camp. Which, with Lucario, it's like, if I keep bait and punish, they're going to adapt. And since I'm baiting, I'm trying to go in and out, I'm not pressuring, like, I'm not throwing a hitbox out. I'm trying to, like, maybe I'm throwing a nair out, but there's things that can beat it, like burst options. So they'll eventually find out bait and punish, they'll adapt to it. If they're good enough. If they're able to know how to adapt to that. You try to engage them, which risk reward is not in your favor. It's not in your favor. Or you camp and there's no interaction. Which this is where I kept on seeing I had to go. The risk reward is not in my favor most of the time. I have to camp, which leads to non-interaction, and I'm not even playing the game. Which I tried to give Lucario a chance. And eventually, it kind of it was not working. I was miserable. Which I felt led to play Yoshi. Honestly. I mean this honestly. I felt led by the Holy Spirit to go to Yoshi. I mean it. It might sound silly. Might. But I was like, what character should I play? I just felt led to go to play Yoshi. Whether it was the Holy Spirit or not, I just felt led to play Yoshi. But yeah. Which this is my dilemma with the character. And sorry to go on this tangent, but yeah. But yeah, this is where it can feel the struggle of a Lucario player, is trying to force that. It's that risk reward and trying to get them to engage you. Because eventually, or you feel like you eventually have to engage them, which sometimes if the opponent is just dashing back constantly and like maybe going over you when you're trying to interact with them with these, maybe I would say precise, like hitboxes. Struggle is the way, yeah. Don't worry, I talk about this again in a certain idea that I heard. And again, it's the reason why I wanted to do this guide. But yeah, that's where low aura Lucario struggles. And the thing is, Lucario is the same weight as Steve, Wolf, Villager, maybe Olimar. They run from you, you just call them out. If you have low aura sphere though, yeah, you can say that they can keep going here. The thing is though, if they go into the corner, right? Let's say that Dr. Mario is in the corner. And if I have low aura, I'm basically tickling him. You're not going to always win. You really have to outplay your opponent if you want to keep them in the corner, because oh no, low aura sphere. Oh no, like low aura Lucario, like I don't know. Oh no. I'm not dying, but oh no. Which is like your main thing as like low aura Lucario is to try and gain as much percent and like start the snowball, or just fight back as much as you can to keep the match even. Oh. They're calling they're a coward? Oh. I mean, sometimes like this is the optimal way sometimes to play against a character. But yeah. Oh yeah, I just realized my music. I apologize for that. Okay. So that's with low aura. Talked about the struggles of that, of like forcing the opponent to approach. Even if the thing is, you can't force them to run at you, especially at low aura, because your presence isn't enough. You're not scary. You're not scary at all. Can you start to rack up percent? Yes, they still have to play against a player. The thing is though, they're not dying. Unless you're really good at two-framing with down air and getting edge guards with nair and down air or whatever, you have to be really insane if you're doing that consistently. Like, you have to be way better than 99.9% in this player base to do that. Like if you're doing that, then you're actually a top level Lucario. But yeah, can't output enough pressure to make opponents feel like they need to approach, which is why bait and punish is necessary. You have to bait them to get your interactions, and even when you interact with them, you're doing low percent. Also, you will need a lot of patience since you aren't pressuring opponents enough to show their hand. In other words, commit to options. You're not pressuring people to show you enough information to gain as well. Especially as things will start to change as you gain aura. You will which is why I like Lucario too, because it felt like there was something shifting throughout the match. There was always something. It's like every match was not the same, especially, or like the game plan changed with Lucario. At beginning aura, you have to play a certain way. When you get higher and higher aura, things start to come. It's like you start to equip more better armor, like an RPG. At the beginning, you have a wooden sword and no armor. But as time goes on, as you fight a lot more struggles, and let's say dungeons as struggles, being the metaphor for struggles, it's like, oh, sorry, someone DM'd me. But I just lost my train of thought. But like when you're slowly putting on armor, going through struggles and struggles. And now, since you have better armor and you're fighting still, you start to power up. You start to be a lot more of a threat. I really like that about Lucario. Lucario's too cute to be scary. He is cute, which it's the reason why I looked at him first. I was like, ooh, blue dog. That's kind of cute. So like, yeah, I can understand that sentiment. Yeah, but you need a lot of patience. You need a lot of patience because you aren't, like, your low aura and like your character at the beginning is not enough to show all of the opponent's hand. Which is why when you build towards that middle aura, which is 65%, as I would say is middle aura, 65% to maybe 80 is like middle aura, I would say. That's what I would say, maybe 85. Necessary, yep, show their hand. In my experience of watching Lucario, especially Gochipi, Lucario likes to jump and move around to confuse and wait for the perfect openings. Going back to Lucario's weaknesses, even when you get those openings, you don't have enough aura, you won't do that much damage, and will need to win many interactions to add up to percent. And in this meta, you want to get that one interaction, not multiple small interactions to win. You want to get the one, you want to get the Kazuya Electric. You want to get the Luigi Grab. You want to get the Steve Up Tilt. And the thing is, Lucario can't do that. He cannot do that at the beginning at all. And when he gets to high aura, the thing you're missing is that you're at death percent. You're on the lighter side. You're also floaty. You're on towards the lighter side. You're definitely not lightweight, I wouldn't say, but you're not no Yoshi type heavy at all. But yeah. That's what I'll say for beginning aura. I just want to go over some of the philosophy of it. And especially a lot of that bait and punish I talked about stays for all aura, by the way. That bait and punish style that I talk about, that is stuck to Lucario. It's not stuck in a bad way. It's just that's what Lucario does. And he's really good at it because of his stats, his grounded movement, his air movement, his nair, his poking tools. It's good. He can actually do that. The thing is though, when he needs to start engaging the opponent, getting combos and good interactions, like important interactions, like sending them off stage or into the corner, or just racking up percent to get to that kill percent, he can struggle with that. Okay, my notes on middle aura. When the match goes on, aura will naturally build up. If you're gonna get hit, if you're not getting hit, you're probably the better player. Like you're doing good. And by the way, big disclaimer, please do not purposely get hit with Lucario. Please, please, please do not get that in your mind. Is to I'ma throw until I get to 50% and play the game. Do not do that. That is not what Lucario is at all. Look, do not play Lucario like that at all. I mean at all. That is not how you play Lucario, is by throwing until you get middle aura. You try to start your percent. You try to gain as much percent before you reach your base power, before you reach those higher auras, to help you. It's to help you and gain information too when you start to use higher aura. You play the same as low aura, but you are getting more out of winning interactions. Here's what weakness I really want to focus on with Lucario, which is the problem of Lucario's trying to force or entice approaches from the opponent. Also, with forcing approaches, I mean trying to entice them that they feel like they need to interact with you. The thing with high aura is that it power-ups all your moves, but also allows for your special attacks to grow in length. So I'll talk about special attacks now. Okay. Let's check this out. Is that chose Lucario before I got the game? He was my comfort character during a dark moment of my life. Okay. I think the problem is that Lucario's moveset is catered towards straight hits when high aura. A lot of his moves can't combo into each other unless you get creative. I agree. The thing is though, to like try and get these combos, you have to find that opening, and especially at low aura, it can be harder to. I'm not saying it's impossible, but it's definitely harder, and you're not getting as much, you're not getting much, I don't even know, consequential, I don't know, consequence after, I guess I would say. Like, you're not getting enough out of them. But yes. Yeah, high aura, you have to get that straight hit, and I'll go over that. There are ways to get kill confirms, though. And the thing is, when you have high aura, and they're at, let's say the opponent has middle percents, you can still kill them, which is it's the power of the comeback character that Lucario is. The thing is, though, it's not a consistent way of playing the game. It's not consistent, and that's the one weakness of Lucario: consistency. Which is why I think Lucario's down tilt is super important to his gameplay, is because it allows him to have much of any sense of consistency. In my opinion. I should say that. Okay. Okay. Let me go back to my notes. Yeah, power all your moves. Okay, I have to go over specials. That's what I was going over. There we go. Thing is, with aura, low aura, look at these, like puny. I would say puny. Look at this. It's like a sneeze. Side B, it's like a sneeze. And by the way, you can actually you can break out of 0% or of force palm if I put shuffling on. Oh, I guess I can't. But if the opponent tries to wiggle out like a grab, like a regular grab at 0%, he can actually get out of that. You can actually break out of side B at 0%. But it's only... Thank you so much for the follow! I don't know how to pronounce your name, but thank you so much. I'll say Ludov. As the text was disappearing. I'll say Ludov. Thank you so much for the follow. Hopefully you're enjoying the discussion of Lucario. Maybe getting a couple pointers here and there. I think you'd have to maybe rewatch each section a couple times, because I think this is probably a lot of guides in one. It's like the oversight of Lucario, I should have probably called it. But hopefully you're enjoying it. Hello! Hopefully you're enjoying it. If you just came in here, hello, hello. Hopefully your day's been well. But yes, yeah. We'll go to those special moves. See, with like side B, neutral B, I'll even show up B. You're not really going that far. And then with down B, like it's still fast. I guess down B is still fast, but yeah, it's not really doing too much. Thing is though, I'll go to middle percents. These things start to grow, which means you start to do they're bigger hitboxes. They're doing more damage. 21%. That's nothing to scoff at. You've probably been doing a couple percent. Let's say I'll get like 3 forward airs. And then now it's pushing them back, and you're able to take stage and actually have presence as Lucario. Oh, you know each other. That's nice. Allows for special attacks to grow in length. Also, your up B. Oh. Your up B also goes farther too. It goes way farther than the 0%. Your side B starts to grow as well. Power and down B. And I'm pretty sure length as well. It also goes farther too. Power, length, like shooting, like left and right, it goes faster as well. So as you grow in that percent, you start to actually have you get more out of your interactions. You have more of a presence. So the opponent now needs to start having the base amount of respect that they need for a player. Yeah. As your special attacks increase in size and power, it makes the opponent more scared of Lucario. And what I mean by scared, I mean respect. Like, oh, this is a formidable character in front of me. I now need to respect you. I need to not get hit. I can't get hit by this things, or I'll get sent off stage and can potentially die. Middle percents won't make people really scared, as I'm talking about. I'm talking about it makes you feel like you actually have a presence. But all your moves grow closer to base power or being slightly more powered up. I say that because maybe you're down to stock, or you're at 70%, maybe you're at 85%, which is higher than base. These powered up moves will let Lucario get more out of his neutral wins, or just interactions in general. Your Aura Sphere starts to feel threatening, just like any other charge shot, and can start to 2-frame opponents. And a good little thing about it, as your Aura Sphere grows, it starts to hit lower. It grows, so it's going to start to hit people's ledge hangs. So you can start killing people. Maybe not at base power every ledge hang, but it's still a decent enough charge shot. But that's what I would say for middle aura. You're still playing like the beginning of the match or low aura. The thing is, you're just getting more out of your neutral wins. Maybe you need to watch out for a couple kill confirms, and what I'm mainly thinking of is like heavyweight characters. Is like DK cargo throw, so you still have to watch out for that because you're still not the heaviest character, so you need to be careful with that. But you're still playing the same as low aura. The thing is, you just have more of a presence, and now you're at your base power. You're a character. I didn't say you aren't a character before, but you're definitely like, it's like a whoopee cushion. I'll say that in a harsh thing, but it's not as harsh as I'm saying it. But now you have a stage presence. You garner respect at the middle aura, because now you have decent tools. Like your back air's powered up. Your smash attacks are a lot more powerful. Things are just looking good. Things are doing decent damage. They're doing like going to that like double-digit percent. They're doing decent enough knockback. So yeah, you're basically playing low aura, but the thing is, you're getting more out of your interactions. You have more of a presence and stuff like that. And now, high aura. I'll start at 100%, but things can always shift depending on characters and stuff. High aura. This is where Lucario easily shines. As Lucario reaches 100% or more, he becomes a very good character if we just focus on his moves and not the fact he's at kill percent. As if he's at 100%, he's near death, but he becomes a very good character in my opinion. Aura Sphere play will be necessary to master at this percent, since now your best tool, which is Aura Sphere, is at its strongest. Aura Sphere will now really condition opponents. And by the way, big note, your Aura Sphere throughout the entire match is important because it conditions shields. The reason why I didn't mention it earlier is because at low aura, people are just, it's not much of a presence where maybe their shielding is more of just, I don't want to get hit, I'm just shield here and I'm not going to get really punished. But yeah, as you get to middle percents, that conditioning to start trying to condition shields and see how they act out of shield or how much they shield or how they position is really important, which is why Aura Sphere is your most important tool. It's still a chart shot at the end of the day, whether you're at 0%, 65%, 32%, or 82%. It doesn't matter. It's still a chart shot. You still have to respect it and not get hit by it. The thing is that low aura, even if they get hit by it, and you try to go after them, it's like you're hitting them with a whoopee cushion. But at middle percents, instead of a whoopee cushion, you're starting to hit them with a bat. And at high aura, you're literally just, you are having an AR-15 in your hand. That's how big of a difference it is. But yes. As I said, mastering Aura Sphere will be very important at this stage of the game. I know I haven't been moving much, just more discussing, but it's very important to understand that. But mastering your aura, not even just that pistol to railgun, yeah. It's really important. Because this is where you're fully in the opponent's head. You can be fully in the opponent's head. Sorry, I think my allergies are really coming. Oh, I apologize. But yeah, it's really important to understand that. Yeah. Let me get my thoughts in check. I gotta get my brain a second to like calm down. Any questions at this point though? I know it's been an hour and a half. Any questions? And I mean any. I can go over something again. I think that's very important because this is supposed to be for Lucario players. So any Lucario player here, go ahead, or even non-Lucario players. As if anyone's thinking of any. Yeah, but again, throughout the match, it's still important to like know your B reverses and stuff. I guess I can talk more about Aura Sphere later on. But yeah. And also knowing how to shield cancel it like this without the shield appearing is very important for Lucario. Very, 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 very important for Lucario. If you want to be a high level Lucario, you have to learn it. It just takes practice too. It's just practice. 20 minutes, maybe 10 minutes in training room every other day, or even like just when you play. I think you can get it down, honestly. You have to press and let go of shield within 4 frames. Maybe at any, you have to press and let go of shield within 4 frames. If you do it any more than 4 frames, it comes out. Okay, yeah. At its opponent, Aura Sphere will condition opponents way better at this percent and will help condition grabs or side Bs for combos, especially side B for kills. This is where opponents are forced to deal with Lucario. If you ever notice, maybe you fight Lucario yourself, or if anyone that isn't a Lucario player, if you ever fight a Lucario and you get them to 100 and they aren't dead yet, have you ever done that groan, or you throw your eyes, or you say to yourself, oh no? This is where Lucario wants to be. This is where Lucario shines, and I'm glad he has it. Is it still... I'm not going to say that. I'm going to sound like complaining. Forget what I was about to say. But now at 100%, you cannot ignore Lucario anymore. This is where he shines. This is his character. And now you're going to roll your eyes. You're going to get hit by a 25% Aura Sphere, and you're going to like it. Or you're going to have to accept it. This is where Lucario shines, and you have to deal with him. And I know it's like, oh, I need to kill him early. If you don't, you're probably rolling your eyes at this point. Now you have to deal with this Aura Sphere. This size, and it's going to grow. If you aren't killing him, it's just going to grow. And also, since it's so big, it is most likely catching many people's lead chains. And I'm still talking about neutral, but I just want to mention that real quick. But like in neutral, you're going to be maybe charging it under here. You're going to be trying to stop people's approaches, and it's going to be so big now that people can't ignore it. People cannot ignore it. So now people are forced to try and deal with you. So now they'll start to approach, and if they're starting to approach, this is harder to react to, because if you try to, I'm trying to shield. If you're dashing, it takes time. Like, you see that in between my shields, I still have to dash forward. And if people are caught in the middle of that, they're either dying or they're taking a ton of percent and probably getting sent off stage. Or if they're running into you, you get to do side B. You either grab them because they're trying to run up and grab you to get a kill throw or a combo throw that kills or sets up into a kill move, or just sends you off stage to start your disadvantage. Thing is, this starts to catch them. It's also a shotgun spread in front of you, so it goes pretty far. Even if it's not doing the strong hit, it's still going from far away. They're able to control a lot more. So now they have to deal with you, and this is where I would say Lucario styles can kind of differ, but I think the higher level you go, the more you'll see like Lucario's trying to stick under platforms and now make the opponent chase him and him deal with their approaches. Thing is, Lucario was struggling earlier in the match to try and force approaches, and now the opponent can no longer ignore Lucario. Because if he's staying far away, he's getting this pelted at him. Maybe he gets some side Bs. If he starts shielding because he wants to dodge Aura Spheres, I can run up and grab. I can poke, pressure shield, and stuff like that. Are forced to deal with Lucario, with him at his best, with all the conditioning and info gathering that Lucario got before high percents. Wait, hold up. Opponents are forced to deal with Lucario at his best. And with you being forced to face Lucario at his best, before he reached his percent, he was gathering information. He was conditioning, or trying to condition stuff, if he was. And now you have to deal with him at his best. Oh my goodness. At his best, with now the conditioning and the info he now has on you. That is scary. It can be very scary. Using the charge of Aura Sphere alongside B reverses and wave bounces are needed to get the most out of Aura, especially at this percent. And by the way, for Aura Sphere, please do not throw yourself at the opponent. When I mean like that, I mean don't just like throw your whole body at them. Like, I don't know what to say. Like, don't just go up and do this all the time, I would say, or don't like jump at them and then throw it at them. thing is, you're getting closer to them, and if they shield, because they can still shield. It still gets, you can still shield the Aura Sphere. It just does a lot of shield damage, which can help with shield pokes. And you're probably conditioning shield a lot, so you're chipping down on their shield. That if you do this, if you're in front of them, you're just gonna get really punished. So please don't just throw yourself at the opponent. Just because you have good moves, like big, like stronger, scary moves, even with your normals. And by the way, normals do not get enhanced by Aura. I think I said that earlier, but normals do not get enhanced. And when I mean like hitbox-wise enhanced, they get power and percent enhanced though by Aura. So don't just throw yourself at the opponent. Be still conscious. You still have to play that bait and punish style. You just now have a lot better presence. Okay. Okay. Using the charge hitbox of Aura Sphere and V reverses are needed to get the most out of Aura. Yeah. Follow-up. Yeah, but you really do have to try and get your follow-ups though from Aura Sphere, because with this being at high Aura, you now have a lot more opportunities, or now you have opportunities to try and get kill confirms off of this. It does have to be slightly charged though, depending on your aura. But now you can try and get kill confirms. See, like that comboed. If you if people were here earlier, look at that. Down smash is true comboing now into that. You can also get. Let's see if I can. Oh, he's shuffling. I think that's why. I don't think people are reacting to shuffling. Give me a second. Maybe I'm a little rusty. I think it has to be slightly higher. Also, Dr. Mario is short. Yeah. Let me get him to higher percent. Also, you don't have to always go for like back air and up air. You can always go for like forward tilt. That can also kill. That's a classic for me. I like going for forward tilt. There you go. You get back air kill confirms, up air kill confirms. Hold up. Up smash kill confirms, though I don't trust up smash. You can get like nair. I saw. Sorry. Forward tilt. Hold up. I can do this. You get some down air shenanigans. Though down air isn't. You can do it too often. You can send them off stage with some shenanigans. But yeah. But yeah, being able to use the charge hitbox is very good. And there are many videos on YouTube about the charge hitbox. I wouldn't say many, but I'm pretty sure Not Bay goes over it. And by the way, one big thing I want to say: you want to combo with the charge up hitbox, the complete hitbox. I would say. Let me see if I can. You see how it's complete? You don't want to try and combo with the complete hitbox because it has a different hit stun on it. It has different hit stun from the charge up. You want to get the charge up this, where it's not complete. If it's complete, it's harder to combo off of. if it's not harder, it's impossible to get a true confirm off of it. But you want to get the charging hitbox off of it like that, which is why you might see me throw away a complete like this. I'll do this and then try to maybe like B reverse into that, which is why you'll see me do this, because I can like do some cheeky stuff where I'm like boom, or like boom, turn around, boom, boom, jump, stuff like that. I can get it, stuff like that. Fall on top of them, get a down smash, fall, get an up smash, fall on top of them, maybe get like a down air, stuff like that. But yeah, getting that aura kill confirm is very important. And the thing is, actually I'll go talk about that. I think I talked quite a bit about, I guess, like gameplay. It's not just neutral, but this is just like general gameplay from Lucario. Because again, in neutral, you mainly want to like throw out some pokes, try and like bait the opponent into an option, and not put yourself at too much risk or too much danger. That doesn't mean don't take any risk, because your dash attack is actually a very decent burst option. At the edge of the foot, if you get the tipper hitbox, see if I can get it. It can kill. The tipper, there is a tipper hitbox on the edge of his foot that can kill. Yeah. All right, that's the big talk about the general play. I call it neutral, but it's just general play. Oh yeah, I guess lightning round about a couple things about Lucario as well. Is the both sides of his nair. You want to try and learn how to use both sides, and using both hitboxes, using the weak hitbox only, or using the strong one. That's also something important to learn. Poking, I did talk about forward tilt pokes, down tilt pokes, maybe a couple rising forward airs to try and like poke them. That's what I would say. B reverse and wave bounces. It's very important for overall, not even high aura, overall just movement. The reason why is because you're able to shift, you're able to try and like mix up your options, and it keeps you unpredictable to the opponent, which is what you want. If you want to bait and punish, you don't want to be predictable, you want to be unpredictable. So using your movement to kind of like just mix up the opponent, like am I gonna land on you? So like, especially at this percent, am I gonna land on you? Nope. Am I gonna land on you? Yup. Now you're dead. It's really important. Grabs, self-explanatory. Use side B. Side B can be used as a kill confirm. Used as a kill, especially for conditioning shields. All right, advantage state. The rest of these will be quick. Here we go. To get wave bounce right? Yes. Alright. Let's talk about advantage state. This is Lucario's best position. I know I can say that. You can say that for every single character. It's like if you have someone in the corner or an advantage state, it's always their best position. The thing is though, this is where Lucario, especially at high aura, gets people on their nerves. It gets on their nerves. And it's very good. The reason why is because of this position right here. This right here covers so much. What does it cover? If the Dr. Mario is at ledge, if he rolls, he gets into this, and if he even gets one little tick, even if it's the charge hitbox, which is hard to combo, if he gets hit by one little tick of that, I can instantly throw this and still kill him. If he like just rolls into it. So if I just position myself at roll range, You have to. That always depends on the character as well. It's one little tick, it combos right into the throw, or it will. It's gonna hit him as he rolls. If you neutral get ups, he's getting hit by this. I just need to time it. It's really big, so it's super lenient on when I need to throw it. If you get up attacks, I'm nowhere near him, so I'm just gonna easily punish him. I don't even have to do Aura Sphere. Let's say he get up attacks, I don't get hit, I cancel it, I run up and I side B him. I'm not gonna kill him right now, but yeah, and then he dies. If he stays on ledge, this kills ledge hangs. And why is that so important? Why is this position and ledge hang so important? If he doesn't press a button, I kill him. So what this position does, it forces the opponent's hand, which I talked about earlier. Oh, Lucario can't do that. Now at this position, at high aura, Lucario gets to do a top tier like thing, which is force the opponent's hand. And if the opponent holds on to ledge, maybe they miscalculated how much invincibility they have, maybe they don't know the matchup, or they're overconfident. Oh, he's not going to throw it. If they stay on that ledge and I throw it, it kills them. The thing is too, if I throw it, it also covers the beginning of ledge jump, it covers neutral get up, it covers ledge drop. The only thing that you can do to beat this is a timing mix-up. If he jumped early, or I miscalculated and he rolls behind me, or I cancel the move and he presses an option, because maybe I think he's gonna jump early, so I do like a back air, like call out, or a up air call out, or a nair call out, or I jump and I throw the Aura Sphere. I do something like that. But this is why this position is so strong, because it forces the opponent's hand. The only thing you can really do is do a timing mix-up. But yeah. Also, the next position I like to talk about with this, so being here, being able to, also if you roll into it, you can combo it too. So it's really powerful if they roll too. It covers so much, it's just a timing mix-up. So what does the Lucario player want to cover? Can't he just reflect the ball? That's a character-specific thing. I agree. The thing is, though, that's if you preemptively do it and you're trying to cover something early. So if you're trying to cover a ledge jump, yes, you can do that. But if I just stand right here and he does it, and he lands right in front of me, he's gonna look real stupid. I cancel this and I side B him. But you are definitely correct about that. That's a counterplay. That's definitely something you can use to counterplay. Which is why you want to account for that too. Yes. And then the next position I want to talk about is this right here. This is really good. Reasons why is it can condition responses. So let's say I stand right here and I do this. It might make the opponent freak out. Oh no, they're going to hit my ledge hang. That rarely happens. I've only seen my Aura Sphere catch ledge hangs like once. I can only remember one time, and I was like, what the heck? The thing is, at this aura, this doesn't carry people up on ledge hang when you hang there. If you ledge jump or I think ledge drop, yeah, you get carried up. The thing is, though, it's like, oh wait, I'm gonna get up attack this. Oh really? I condition you, boom. Or I run back after the get up attack and I side B you. Usually it's like I throw it back. But this can force the opponent's hand, and the thing is like, oh, just roll past so I won't get hit. Okay, he died right there. If he lived, I just reset the situation, and now you're at higher %. So, yeah. And if they neutral get up or ledge jump into it, oh wow. Goodbye. I don't even have to do a back air or an up air or whatever. You see it right there. You die. So it's like, oh, are you gonna neutral get up because you're trying to do a timing mix up? Boom, you're dead. You try to roll, boom, I throw Aura Sphere. You're dead, or I reset the situation. If you get up attack, I just move out of the way and I throw an Aura Sphere, and you're closer to the right blast zone, so you die. This is at if he is at kill percent. If he's at, even if let's say he doesn't die, the situation just got resetted. There nothing like I got more percent. I'm scaring you now, and now I can maybe set up for an edge guard, or I don't even have to wait for him to ledge hang. Sometimes I can just 2-frame him too, either with like maybe a down tilt. I would say like a spaced down tilt, a down air, like right here, or just an Aura Sphere early. But yeah, and then again right here, this also covers ledge jump. The only thing that this gets beaten by is by specific ledge drops. Like maybe he gets like a sneaky up air. Maybe he gets like an up B and it was like able to trade, or just go like just hit my right leg. Maybe he rolls and I just did not time it well. Those are possibilities. But it's like the matter of conditioning. There's ways to beat it, yeah. But it's like you're forcing the opponent's hand, and there's like two things you have to worry about, which lowers the stress, or it lowers the things you have to account for. It's not like in neutral where you're trying, I need to wait for him to throw something out to learn and to punish. No, you're at your best spot. Those are the two positions. Yeah, very good. Also very good at covering people above ledge. Yeah, I talked about up air and back air being great, like covering ledge jumps. Like just it's like a shotgun. I don't even say a shotgun. It's like a nuke in your face. A back air is gonna kill you at like 75%. Only at higher percents. Lucario is a beast at ledge trapping, and you don't want to be there. His Aura Sphere makes up almost an entire ledge trap, as I saw. Down tilt, fair. Fair is usually for low aura to try and like stuff out jumps. Bair, nair helps in many ways, like down tilt the 2-frame, but Aura Sphere or aura helps condition into the rest of his kit. His Aura Sphere conditions into jumps and timing mix-ups to punish. Yeah, okay. And then again, if you want to cover a jump so people jump early, just do an up air, a nair. Nair is very consistent. Very consistent. It doesn't kill if you were to, like, let's say someone ledge jumps right here. Someone ledge jumps, I can just nair, and it's gonna cover them. It won't kill like an up air or a back air, but it's still consistent. Like it still covered them. You can also try and fall with it too. So maybe you try and so let's say you expect them to jump. So maybe you like do this where you fast fall with it. Disadvantage. Now I'll go over that. This is where Lucario is at his worst. I know disadvantage is where most characters are at their worst. Like it's not a good position. But like Lucario does not have a Pikachu level disadvantage or a Steve disadvantage. His disadvantage is really bad, and his disadvantage state determines some of his matchup chart. Mostly talking about Palu, by the way. This is where you can find many bad habits and good info to use against Lucario if you are ready for them. Ready for those options. Up B can give people some trouble. Lucario can go high with this up B to go to ledge like any other character, or uses other great options to cover, to mix up. Thing is, for Lucario, you really want to learn how they recover, and this is how you see me lose. I'm not saying I don't lose in other ways, But this is how where people get a ton of mileage against Lucario is his ledge trapping and edge guarding him. I know it can be very disorienting when maybe you see me do reversals from it, but that's that's a experienced Lucario knowing how to reversal out of the corner. The thing is though, the hitbox on up B only comes out on the last frame or if he bonks on something. He has to bonk. Or bounce. I call it a bonk. And it's the bonk on the side of a stage. Or bonk on a stage. I think maybe on a platform. I don't know. But like if he hits a solid like a solid piece of ground or on the side, it creates a hitbox around him. Or on the last frame of his up B. Let's see it. And can kill. Thing is too, it can even reversal people. If you change your direction at the last second. Oh my. I think my controller's drifting. There you go, I changed it last second. If you hold that stick in a different direction, opposite direction, before the last frame, they get sent right back off stage, and now you have the advantage state. The thing is though, if they reflect you, you die. If they trade with it, you probably die. If they just cover you before the last frame of your up B, you get sent off stage or you die. And also, Lucario is very, very easy to 2-frame. Very, very easy, honestly. Very easy to 2-frame. It's the reason why the Palu matchup is so bad is because of his grab. Does the down air spike because most of the time it sends me diagonal? It never... Sorry. Still don't have that ready. But no, down air will never spike, though it sends like slightly up. I mean like, I would say maybe 10-15 degrees up into the sides. The reason why you'll see a spike is because it sent you towards the stage. And it's whatever side you're mostly on. Since he's on the left, he's always going to go to the left. If he's on the right, he's going to go to the right. It's not dependent on Lucario. It's dependent on which side of Lucario you are on. So if I'm trying to edge guard you, I want you to be on the left so you get stage spiked. Or if I know you're just confirmed dead and I don't want you to tech, I want you on the right. Would you want it to be a spike? How is it right now? I would want it to spike if it does a stage spike. If I know a tech is gonna save you, I want you towards the blast zone. If I want to catch you off guard, and this move is quick, it ends pretty quick too. It catches people off guard. It can 2-frame too. You can also use it as an out of shield option. If you footstool someone out of shield, you can do that. That's just going over some neat stuff. And by the way, I'm almost done. Yeah, his disadvantage is going to determine his matchups. So we're going to find many bad habits. And bad habits is Lucario trying to constantly reversal out of disadvantage? Is he always recovering high? Now, which is something I struggle with. It was one of my bad habits. Up B can be a great matchup checker though for Lucario. And you can start matchup checking people and trying to see if it works from disadvantage if you're ready for it. Yeah, Lucario is also very easy to 2-frame, which is the downfall, and is heavily shown. If you can deal with Lucario in disadvantage, you can have a decent time dealing with the character in general, even if you don't understand his neutral. So again, 2-framing him if he goes to ledge is really good. What? How do you learn footstool? Just let go of shield, or like jump from shield, and then try to footstool from the ground. So when you jump, you have to double jump above someone's head. Thing is, you have to be really close, because if you're not, that can happen. Yeah, you have to be very close though. This is usually punishing people with poor spacing. Oh yeah, the song's good. But yeah. There's some crazy stuff with footstools. If you ever see a Mewtwo player, pretty crazy. Alright, towards the end of this, by the way, things I find interesting. The reason why I like Lucario, part of it, aside from him looking like a blue dog, which I thought was pretty neat, is his stats. He has a ton of similar stats to past characters I played, like Cloud. Kind of struggles to approach like Joker, which was my most played main before Lucario. He can kind of play like Wolf. So he has like Cloud type stats. His fast fall is as fast as Cloud's. Yeah, Cloud. That's why Lucario doesn't struggle like most floaties in the air. Is because he's able to come back down anytime he wants. Is he still floaty? Yeah, it's like expecting Fox type of fast fall from him. But the thing is, I'm not stuck in the air like Ness or Sora. I get to come back down as Lucario. The thing is, though, his floatiness allows him to stick in an area. I spent a whole year learning that matchup. Oh, yeah? The thing is, Lucario's floatiness allows him to stick in an area for a while, which is why he'll try to, like, do this and then jump back. Or that's why he gets to jump up and stick in an area. Like, he'll, like, jump up in air. So his floatiness allows him to use his multi-hits to his advantage, because he's able to stick in an area, so it's covering the area he wants to cover for quite a bit, especially for how quick the game is. It covers these areas in half a second situations very well, as things are constantly changing in a match. He's floaty, but not a slow faller. He has good aerials, but with those good aerials, he still has a useful grounded tools that I can still fight with, so I'm not forced to be in the air. He has great smash attacks, in my opinion. Forward smash being such a, like, you think it's so slow, so it's bad, but because of its hurtbox shifting, and even in match, it doesn't feel slow. It feels punishable, but not slow. The most interesting and underrated thing about Lucario that I really like as well is his hurtbox shifting. There's actually something I found on Twitter where there's this certain Steve setup, like block setup, that every character can't get out of, or like most, and I mean most of the cast can get out of, aside from Lucario, because of Lucario's weird hurtbox shifting. Lucario's hurtbox shifting is just so weird. The things he saw to Gojo, yeah. His hurtbox shifting, you'll see like this down tilt. This is the reason why I think Lucario does good against Kazuya, is because of this one move. He's able to dodge electric, he's able to go under electric and punish him. And even if I miss my down tilt through electric, I just do my quick down tilt again. So I am able to go down. So he's able to hurtbox shift. Sorry. Nerding out. You got me some of the fewest thing I know. Again, in the Kazuya matchup, if he does electric, I get to go under it. And even if I miss the first down tilt because of invincibility of electric, I just do it again. Kazuya destroys this character? I don't think so. Not like how I handle it. I understand why you think that, and it's not like Lucario. It's not like Lucario plus 2's this matchup. 0 to death, but some of Lucario's hurtbox shifting helps. I've seen it a ton. I've even thought about using Lucario still for Kazuya, but it's not practice. It's still Kazuya though. I'm not gonna say, oh yeah, this is winning. Talking about matchups, that's the next thing I'm talking about. I see it's Steve's. I see he's not him. Yeah, but that's why I think down tilt is super useful in the Kazuya matchup. You know, it's why I call down tilt the baby. This is, if I was a Lucario player, I'd call this move my baby. I love this move. Still too. Also sets up for unique stuff. Oh, I forgot to go over combos. Before I go over matchups, let me go over combos. I apologize. Like the fun part of characters, I just completely skip over. I always think this is the Rivals of Aether song. Okay. Up the. Oh, okay. Okay. I'm not gonna lie. Tails might have like a comment about this. I think he's talked about it before when I've said stuff. Guys, please don't use down throw for comboing. Why do I say this? This move, low-key kind of dookie. I really have only found use for down throw if you think people are gonna air dodge, so you hold a forward smash and you condition them. I've gotten kills because of people just holding air dodge out of throw. So he's like, oh no, air dodge, punish. People do that. That's the only reason why I ever use down throw. It's for a once in a blue moon mix-up. Anything else, you want to use up throw. Please learn up throw. Up throw is the throw to use with Lucario for combos. Reason? 9% versus almost 6%. Not even. The thing is, this allows for more combos. I'm able to get juggles, and the thing is, if people DI away from down throw, a ton of things become untrue. A ton. But with up throw, you're able to get a lot of stuff. Like with down throw, I can't get up throw. Oh, I mean up air. But if I do up throw, I can get up air. If I do up throw, I can get some forward air dragged, like chains. Get like forward air. Hold up, I'm trying to get a good combo. Get the downer after. That's at 0%. That's really good percent for being at 0 for Lucario. You can always do just jump up nair. Stuff like that. But yeah, that's up throw. Couple of things. So you can always do at 0% up throw, forward air. And remember, the combo counter has to increase. If you see a 1 after, that means it's not true. Usually I would say start off with learning forward air into forward air. That's what I would say. If you want to learn something a little more damaging, maybe you want to learn up throw, forward air, nair. Maybe into down air, maybe. Stuff like that. So you want to do up throw, forward air as like a beginner combo for throws. This is how you can get, and why throws can be really important in neutral, because it starts off the combo. Yeah. That's why don't use down throw. Please do not use down throw, especially starting out. I beat level 9 Kazuya. Good job for you. I think you have a point. I'm not saying it's... I don't even know if it's +1. But I don't think it's like end of the world. Like this is like -2 matchup. I don't think so. Because of hurtbox shifting, down tilt, and like just Lucario's advantage state in neutral. I think Lucario can fight against Kazuya pretty well. It's probably one of his best like top tier matchups. I think Lucario does decent against Steve. It's still Steve, but Lucario can actually do decent against Steve. So I talked about up throw. Up throw versus down throw. I talked about that. But yeah, for beginner combos, for throws especially, if you get a throw at 0%, up throw and try to just do a forward air as a beginning combo. If you want to get daring, add another forward air to it. If you want to get super daring, throw a nair into it. Maybe add an up air to it if you're super daring. The up air might take some practice. I'm thinking if I should throw some of these into like sections. I make like section videos for Lucario. I think it'd be nice. Alright. Let's talk about down tilt. Down tilt. It's a very quick move. You're going to be using this to poke in neutral and start your early combos. What you can do, you can get like down tilt. At 0%, you can like down tilt into down tilt. At 0, it has to be 0. But mostly, you want to get like down tilt into dash attack. So again, this thing also lasts until towards middle aura as well, like middle percents is down tilt dash attack. Gonna be a decent neutral win. It's sent from center stage to the corner, so it's decent, even at low aura. I don't care about the percent. You get down tilt into grab, which again we talked about. Use up throw into a forward air. You can see that's another combo starter. You can use your down tilt instead of just getting a raw grab. You can confirm into it. With that, with down tilt, confirm down tilt into grab. I'll talk about this. This is a unique kill confirm. A unique kill confirm. This will take some time to get used to, honestly, for players. Get like down tilt into back air. You have to. It's hard. I think I have to get that head. Yeah. You can see it. Low-key, the Palu matchup is okay. I could cry. I can cry from that. I can cry from that statement. Don't just go off stage. Then what do you do when she nairs and down throw into back air you? What do you do? I think this is because of Dr. Mario's hurtbox shifting that this isn't working. I'll try to make him have lower percent. Also, I think you can do down tilt into forward air, by the way. I'm gonna do something like that. There we go. You can get down tilt into back air, which can lead to some kill confirms or just a good combo. It's pretty specific, but it's there. DI. Is her bear? Her dash attack and bear is, yeah. She's also defensive too. So, there can be some players that are just not interactive. But, yeah. There's some down tilt stuff. Like, down tilt's usually into dash attack. It's usually used at low percents to confirm into the grab. And with talking about down tilt, let's talk about nair. I linked these two because now with nair you can get boom. You get all of your combo starters First you land with Nair, then you go to down tilt, then you dash up and grab, and then now you can get boom. That does almost 30%, and that's not even optimal combo. So you're gonna do like Nair down tilt dash attack, which is why Nair is so good, because it starts your combos from the air. So you can go stay on the ground and get a down tilt. You can go into the air and use your safe on shield and multi-hit Nair to start combos. I'm sorry if this is too loud. Okay. I think that's better. I'll turn down some of the gain. I think I can get a little shouty. But yeah. Hopefully my mic hasn't been too loud, by the way. I did turn down the gain from last stream, and I just turned it down some more right now. But yes, Nair is super important because you can get like Nair into grab, and Nair down tilt, and then we saw Nair down tilt dash attack, Nair down tilt dash attack, Nair down tilt grab into any position. Forward throw is really good, by the way, for like setting up tech situations or just throwing towards the stage or like off stage. Back throws like also kind of the same. Like that. You can get a tech chase off of it. Think Lucario is a reliable, consistent character to play? Absolutely not. No. He's fun though. His Aura Sphere wave bounce and his movement is why I know he's banned, but Armadillo played the character, and why I played the character is because of his movement, and the Aura Sphere tech is super fun to do. Super tricky. Do you have to practice it? Yes. Lucario is not a beginner-friendly character. If I were to give, like, I'd actually have to try and, like, sell. I don't know. Like, I don't know. I'd just be throwing if I were to make you learn the game through Lucario. If you enjoy Lucario, I'd be like, yeah, let's go for it, man. I'll help you. But I think you'll get frustrated. Some fundamentals can be left out. And I feel like sometimes I'd be like, oh, what's the answer to this situation? I'd just look at you and be like, I'm sorry, bro. You have to either brute force your way out or just hope you don't get hit. Or just be fine with getting punished, and I don't know. But no. I know I'm sounding doomer, like a doomer, but no, he's not consistent. If you want consistency, you don't play this character. If you want to have fun and you enjoy this character, co-maining them. No, they can be decent for counter picks. I think. He's good again. Oh, I was going to talk about matchups. If you want to wait, I can talk about matchups. That's my last thing. I'm just going over combos because that's the fun part. Okay. Next, let's talk about Nair still. Yippee! You need to learn this move. You need to learn the Nair move. I think my siblings are fighting. Is Nair tech chases. Nair can set up into tech chases. You can also get Nair into dash attack through this character. Okay. The thing is, I'm about to talk about Yoshi like he isn't top tier, like he isn't getting put into the top 15, but have a win in life. Hey, if you play Project M, Lucario is very good. He's also very cool in that game. No, that's not official. that's why I want Lucario to come back, because I think if they can give Lucario not stuck into being a gimmick with aura, and they actually, because the thing is, I don't think his aura even works like that in the anime or in the game. His aura sphere is actually a consistent move that never misses. It's consistency. It's a 80 power move with, I guess you can say, infinite accuracy. It actually the best character in Project Plus, yeah. And the thing is, like, his aura sphere is consistent. It doesn't miss. So I can understand. Maybe I think I could be wrong. I think Lucario was made into Brawl before, like as he was being developed. I don't want to download that to my laptop because it's too complicated. Yeah. But yeah, I think Lucario was developed alongside him being developed in the game. So I think his game came out first, but they were giving Sakurai the stuff before the game came out. Like, he was being built at the same time. I don't know. I think you guys are get what I'm saying. It's like the Greninja situation where they gave them the information about the character because they had it because they're building the game. I'm sorry for the noise. My brother getting excited. But yeah. Alright. I talk about Nair tech chases. It's important because if you get strong hit in Nair, you can get stuff like that. But if you get the weak hit, you can get grabs. There's also I can teach you a little funny thing. You can also combo the weak hit into a smash attack. Maybe not there. There's a little, it's very niche, but there's a kill confirm where you can. No. Need lower. The best of my heart. I hope Lucario. Actually, I don't. As long as Lucario is in butt booty buns. I know it's like childish to say it, but like, if Lucario is in top, I would just hope he is in bottom 10. And I want him to get redesigned. It was like him having Bone Rush, a consistent charge shot at the beginning of the game. His raw stats as he is, this character could, I think Lucario, and there's a reason why I saw potential in this character. This character could easily be a top threat, a consistent high tier, if they really did it right. Get my boy Spike. I don't think he needs a Spike. That's my opinion, but I don't think he needs a Spike. But yeah, you can get some cheeky stuff. I'm trying to get the forward smash, but I don't think I can. Oh, there we go. Hold up. There you go. You get something like that. Gives them more aura. Yeah, but I think if you put it on down air, I think he loses a ton of stuff. Okay, that's some like tech chasey stuff. You can also do it with forward tilt. You can get tech chases. You even see at 0%. If I even have some aura, it puts them in the tech chases. Then I can use some pivot cancels to chase them down, push them off stage. I caught their jump. Yeah. Side B spike. I actually agree with that. If he had that type of spike, yes. But removing down air would remove one of my favorite moves in this game. That dunk is beautiful. It is. Anyways, after talking about some tech chase, let's talk about forward air. Just you get a couple strings. You're gonna rise with it. like that. At early percents, it can rise. If you want to fall with it, you can. You get some like shenanigans. Get a confirmed like chain like that to drag them off stage and then drift back. You can get forward air into back air if I can do it right. And the thing is, this can kill. This is a unique kill confirm that I haven't really been able to pull it off consistently, but you can do something like that. There you go. There's the combo counter. Yeah, you can get something like that. You can just get like forward air. Yeah, forward air into forward air. It's kind of getting late. Should take a shower and whatnot. You want to talk? Let me know. And or cancel. All right. Thank you so much for being here. I know this is long. You can always get like forward air into up air. Boom. But yeah. Dang, it is going on to be very long. I thought this would be like an hour and a half. I didn't. Oh snap. But yeah. I did talk about up tilt in the past, so if you want to go learn some up tilt combos, you can look at that. But that's forward air. Talked about it a bit. I guess I can talk about forward up tilt real quick. If you want to combo with up tilt, you have to hit as the leg swings down. But yeah, great. Have a good night, River Dogs. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Hopefully you're doing well. It's great to see you. Please come around more. And that stuff still isn't working. But yeah, if you want to combo with up tilt, do not get the beginning part. Do not get this part. It is almost impossible. Yeah, that stuff isn't still not working. I still cannot find it. I can't find where that stuff is. So I gotta do it tonight. And again, have a great night, River Dog. But yeah, you can also get, talking more about combos, you can also get down air tech chases too at lower percents. Something that I like to do if you ever watch my gameplay is to get some down air tech chases. Stuff like that. Yeah. Alright. I think to close this all off, to end this discussion. I know I called it a guide, but I think as I think about it more, this was more of a discussion. Let's talk about matchups. I think Lucario, that he does well against characters that struggle to kill, and usually against zoners. I say usually zoners because when I think of Samus, she kind of has great killing tools and boxing tools. So like that matchup isn't as good as you think it would be, in my opinion, if he does well against zoners. Samus has like wolf back air and like actual good boxing tools. So yeah. Characters like Bayo, Duck Hunt, Pac-Man, Lucario does well against, surprisingly well. But he does struggle against characters that kill early, which leads into how the meta rewards killing early on any character you're looking to kill early, which is why Lucario is so looked down upon. Many characters, especially at this point, have gotten their kill confirms down. Kill early, getting the most out of one interaction. That's not Lucario. Lucario is actually forced to do the opposite at low aura. And even if he manages to survive not dying, he still has to get to high percents survive, which is your main goal to Lucario, is to survive. I probably should have said that. Your main goal is to survive. It's just looked down upon. Like, Lucario struggles. If he's at high percent, he's at kill percent. So now he has to survive. And it's not like he's bad. He's not bad at high percent, but he can struggle. He also really struggles against heavyweights. That includes Ganondorf and any character that can run him down and kill him. So like Fox, Ken. I think I'm trying to think of other rushdowns. Just any rushdown character he can struggle against. Especially if you have like a Fox and Aaron to up smash. Or just racking up percents really well and not giving Lucario the chance to even fight back. Which, that's what rushdowns are supposed to do. And then heavyweights, they're surviving very late, so Lucario isn't getting like kills as early. They're killing him early, especially when I think of DK's ding dong percents and stuff. Lucario can struggle against DK pretty well, like a lot. King K. Rool has been a struggle. I think he can fight against Ridley. Ganondorf has actually been a struggle, but I think I can get better at that. But yeah, I think overall, just some finishing thoughts about Lucario. He's a very fun character. Does he beat Toon Link? I don't think I've beaten one. No, he does decent against Toon Link. I'm not saying it's not Omega win, but you're not. I don't think you'd lose. I think Lucario does well against Toon Link. The thing is, Toon Link can actually has like a couple confirms that can kill Lucario early, especially his forward air and like two framing Lucario. You can really get Lucario. I'm thinking like maybe your forward smash. I'm thinking your side B or your bomb. Ridley, yeah. I think Lucario does decent against Ridley. I got 3 stocked. Yeah, I think Lucario does decent against Ridley. Even with Ridley like outranging him and stuff. I think just because Lucario has a projectile, Ridley struggles. And I think Viper, you told me that, which is why. Been good though? Thank you. But I think it's because does good versus Ridley, yeah. I think just because of Aura Sphere and that move alone, that's Lucario's best tool. Like, why would I not use it? And it just makes sense why Lucario does well against Ridley as like his only good quote-unquote heavyweight. But yeah, any questions by the way? I think that's where I'll leave it off. I think a lot of discussion can be put in multiple videos, but that's what I have to say for Lucario. Any questions? A lot of it was discussion and philosophy, I won't lie. I would hope, like, if you're trying to do stuff, you're like, hey, you didn't really explain this all too much, is like where you'd go to research, or if you are learning Lucario, if you're interested, please message me. If you want to learn him, I can go into depth and give you videos about it. I can make videos that can go specific or in depth about stuff. Please. If you wanted to learn Lucario, ask me. I know I yapped a lot. Not too much showing. But any questions? Not really seeing too much. If no one has any questions, I can end stream. Alright. I know I talked a lot, I yapped a lot. Do I think a lot of this stuff should go into a video? Yeah, I think so. I just wanted to do this. I thought it'd be fun to kind of discuss Lucario. Lucario, at least I feel, doesn't have too many consistent answers to situations, which is why, at least in my experience, I should say, which is why it's like, why is he yapping so much and not showing? Because you have to give me a specific situation, and I'm like, oh yeah, do this, do this, do this. Lucario needs like context for some stuff, like for me to discuss it, and that is why. Also, stuff changes depending on matchup as well, honestly. he still has his aura sphere. That stays consistent, which is why I want to hammer in the fact that you need to learn aura sphere for this character. You don't have to learn wave bounces, especially at the beginning, but eventually if you want to be like a high level Lucario, you have to learn it. Okay. Thank you guys so much for listening to me yap. This was kind of fun. I do think I could have maybe kept something shorter, but this was my first type of guide like video, or like I should say stream. This will be going up on YouTube if anyone's interested. Again, this is more of a discussion more than a guide, but yeah. Thank you guys so much for being here. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. I know I said maybe Inkling matches after, but I kind of want to go off stream, maybe eat something. My throat is also kind of hurting. But again, thank you guys so much for being here. I thank God for allowing me to stream to you guys. Thank Jesus for saving me, for just being able to do this for you guys. I give glory to Jesus that I'm able to do this, that I'm able to be here and talk to you guys. This is definitely not any of my doing, as he's definitely helped me with some of my motivation to play this game and continue going, especially learning how to continue going. There's probably a time where I stopped playing Smash when I dropped Lucario, but thanks be to Jesus that I'm still here and talk about something I enjoy. I know this is a lot about Smash Brothers, but just want to thank Jesus. If any of you are interested as well, hopefully I talk about him a lot. But yeah, thank you guys so much for being here. I'll talk to you guys later. Good night, guys. Hopefully you learned something, by the way.